everybody. I hope you're all doing well. Stay safe. This is Lilla in Hawaii. Someone asked me if I would show them how I made those ribbon flowers. I've shown various ones before. These are the ones I call violets. And they look a little bit like a pansy, but I do have a different method and a different shape for my pansies. So this was the one I think I showed in a previous video in the glass little bottle. Not sure what kind of bottle it is, and I think that was the inspiration for someone to let me know that they'd like a little how-to on that. Then I have another little bottle, which is actually a little urn, real cute, and I put these flowers in there just to show you don't have to be fussy about the kind or matching or anything. This is just an assortment. I have 2 different kinds of flowers, and I have 1, 2, 3 kinds of leaves, so it's just a hodgepodge, but it looks nice. I'm going to move that away because it'll probably fall over, and I'll show you. These are some that are already done. I don't know if you can hear the birds, but I can. They're really going crazy. So these are some that are already made and ready to go into a vase actually, but I thought I would show you just one, how I make it, because they are all the same. Sometimes the ribbons are a little bit different. So the first one I'm going to show you is the basic, and you need 2 pieces of ribbon, and this one is 3.5 and this one is 5 inches, and the smaller piece gets folded in half, so you're going to make 2 petals, and I've stitched them already in white so you can see, but normally I would match the color. And the stitch pattern is you start at the outside edge of the petal and you stitch down, across, up and over the ribbon. That's the important part. When you get to the other petal you must go over the ribbon, down, up, and that. So it's like boats or U's, like that. And the same with this one. I've already started that one. So first of all, I'll pull this one up, and all you do is you just pull it as far as you want. You want it tight, and I'm using wide ribbon in this case. Some of them I've not used wide ribbon, but if you are using wide ribbon, pull the wire out of the bottom of the ribbon. In other words, where most of the stitching is. Okay, so those are the top 2 or back petals, like that. So I'll just cut that off, I think, because it might get in the way. Now then, the 3, same thing. The stitch pattern, I started at the top of the petal, up, over, down, around the petal, up and down, over and around the petal, and ending up the same side I started, which is the outside of the petal. Again, I took the wire out of the lower part. Now, some of them I've done, like this one I started, haven't finished that, but that's another flower, kind of a pansy. I had a little bit of satin ribbon hanging around, so that's made with satin. Okay, and then the other thing you will need is you will need a stem wire that you've curved the top, wrapped with this, and put on a leaf. Now I punched a hole in just some silk leaves I had hanging around, and I put it through there, and I've got a little dab of glue on this, hoping it'll dry pretty soon. So now I'll show you the other one. This is the one with the 3 petals. So they will look like that, but I'm going to join them together. I went to the store yesterday. In between swimming, I have 2 times I have to go, or twice I have to go swimming on a Friday, it's Saturday today, and because I swim with a group in the morning, and then in the afternoon I help teach synchronized swimming. So I was gone a lot, but in between that I tried to go to the grocery store. Well, that was a disaster. It wasn't anything. So a friend of mine said, oh, I'll go and look tonight. So he went about, oh, I think he went at about 7 o'clock last night. He's a neighbour. Very kind of him to do that. And he found me some things. I'm okay. I'm a vegetarian. I don't eat a whole lot either. Anyway, so there. So that's the 3 petals. Now I need to join those together. That's the last thing. So I've left the thread on that. And I'm going to put the 2 petals just slightly behind the 3 petals, like that. Okay? It's better that side. You kind of have to choose which side is best. And so I'm going to join those together with some stitching. And I must say the wide ribbon is hard to eke. It's very hard to get through. So if you don't care to use wide ribbon and you find this a bit tedious, you can, I guess, use hot glue or something. Anyway, that's pretty good, and they'll be shaped later. You can see that. So they'll be shaped later. Now I'm just going to fasten something at the back, just to finish that off at the back. I think they're cutting off shipping to the islands. That's the rumour. And they've already closed schools and things. So far, the swimming pools are open. Do I need to? Yeah, I do need to cut that off. Okay, so I'll cut that off. But I'm going to save this for something. I may show you another one. Okay. So now I've got that. And now I have to put a center in. The next thing is to put a center. It could be a bead. It could be a ribbon. It could be, I'm going to use yellow ribbon, but you could use stranded floss, 6 strands I would recommend. And it could be white or yellow, or you could even put black. So I'm pushing that through from the other side, and I'm going to make a nice French knot. I used a nice 8mm ribbon, so hopefully it'll make a good sized French knot. Okay, I'm going to say that's good. I'm just going to fasten it a little bit at the back. Oh, it is hard to get through. My hands get sore with that. Okay, I know how to make dozens and dozens of flowers. I used to teach, you know, when ribbon embroidery was really at its heyday. I used to teach flowers. Okay. So now all I need to do is kind of shape it a little bit for that and put a stem on it. So I've already, as I said, I already prepared some stems. So it's got the hook on there and I've got the leaf on there, and I'm just going to attach that to the back. Now I want to make sure that the 3 petals are at the lowest part, but I don't want the leaf to be straight up from the back. That's not good design. So what I'm going to do is try and position it like over to the side. So I'm going to get some of this. This is my favorite glue, my go-to glue. So I'm going to put a fairly good amount on that. And then I'm going to attach this. 3 petals are down. And I'll put that a little bit to the side. So that's that. Okay. Now I had prepared another one. I don't know. Oh yeah. I had prepared another one. So this is the 3 and this is the 2. Slightly different ribbons. Slightly different. Let me see which is the best side of that. I'm not going to take time to sew those on. I'll just show you how that would go. Wait, I'm more backwards. Okay, so that would go like that, with the 2 behind, the 3 on the top, and then with the back showing about halfway. Then I would put a leaf and a stem and the yellow ribbon. And then when I put them in a vase, I usually tie some pretty ribbon around the vase. And same with the other one, this one. Now the ones with stamen, I'm not going to give a demonstration because I'm going to run out of camera probably. But anyway, this was about 1.5 inches wide sheer ribbon. I folded it crosswise and it was 10 inches long, and I gathered it up tightly, pushed the stamen through the center and added the same leaf arrangement. And that's how that one goes, which is sort of like this, a little bit different. And then here's another variation. Now this is the pansy, and I used sheer ribbon for this, organza ribbon, and there's a slight difference in that I added like 1/2 inch more of each ribbon so that it ruffles a little bit fuller, so that's why it looks a little different.